So here's a nice website promo that talks about marketing Easter eggs, what, why, and how. And I'm just going to do a quick run through. What are they? Easter eggs are little hidden messages, secret features, or inside jokes that can be found on any platform in the digital sphere. So that pretty much says if it's online, you can find it. And there's so many Easter eggs out there from Google is huge in them. Even Apple with Siri. It goes on and on and on. And why do they work? Because they have potential. When digital companies first started playing around with these hidden gems, they were only meant to be found by most of the tech savvy people. But pretty soon they started to spread from one user to the next until they became a viral phenomenon. So again, not to get into a ton of detail because I don't want the video to be forever, but you can look at this website from promo. And like I said, everyone is using them. It's bigger than you think. You're just not looking for them. It's just like when you buy a car. You buy a certain brand of a car, you then start noticing that brand on the road a lot more. Well, before you ever bought that new car. That's just the way your mind works. So once you start looking for Easter eggs, it's just like the game geocache. A lot of people play that still. When GPS on our phones first come out, that was and still is a pretty cool family activity to do, to get your kids outside and go do that. So, Easter eggs are everywhere. So with that, let's get into the video. Welcome YouTube. This is my first video. I have 0 subscribers and I have nothing to lose. But I honestly believe I found the largest Easter egg ever in media history. And today, I want to talk to you about the media Easter egg. Easter eggs are very common in a lot of companies. It is part of sales and marketing. It is a system that has been around since the 80s. And it all started with Atari. And if you look at our Wikipedia page here, it just describes an Easter egg is a term used to describe a message, image, or feature hidden in a video game, film, or other, usually electronic medium. The term used as a manner was coined around 1979 by Steve Wright, and then director of software development in the Atari Consumer Division, to describe a hidden message in the Atari video game adventure in reference to an Easter egg hunt. So it all started there. Atari in 1979 figured, hey, we need to do something to jolt Atari sales. And usually, obviously in 1979, you don't have social media, websites. So for Easter eggs to get passed around and described and other users to find was very hard. But as time has gone on, Easter eggs are pretty much a part of very large corporations. And I believe, and I am adamant 100%, that our good friend over at Tesla has dropped the largest Easter egg bomb of them all. And then in this video, I am going to talk about why I believe that this is 100% a GME Easter egg. And again, it's my opinion. And let's get on with the video. You're probably thinking, does Tesla do Easter eggs? Have they done Easter eggs? Well, the answer is yes. They've done 19 of them. And an Easter egg is a very fun, creative way for sales and marketing to promote the brand. I go back to when I took my kids to Disney multiple times. One of the things that we did was look for all the hidden Mickeys in every part of all 4 parks. It's just what Disney does. It's a time-consuming line, so they want to do little games and things for your mind to work. And that's what an Easter egg does. They're clues, they're things that make you think. And last weekend, I was listening to a couple of the podcasters talking about AMC and GME, and you know, Tesla's come up a lot of times. Just in talk of, with Mr. Tesla tweeting out game stonk, and a lot of people thought that that was market manipulation, and it's not. We as retail or people like Mr. Tesla cannot manipulate the market. They can influence the market, just like Kramer and CNBC and Fox Business and all those other channels that talk about what stocks to buy, what stocks to sell, what stocks to hold. It's no different. That's not market manipulation, and neither is Mr. Tesla tweeting GameStop. But the reason that he doesn't do it anymore is because he understands that his thumbs hold a lot of power, meaning that there are people out there that are not going to make the right choices or put all their money in something that they don't understand or have done their own due diligence. So you got to remember, at the end of the day, when you got as many followers as him on Twitter, that not all people are going to do the right thing. So in all respect to Mr. Tesla, he has incredible marketing and sales team that I believe has put us in front of an Easter egg that is the Easter egg of all. So we're going to show you the Tesla website that I recently discovered this past weekend. So now we're on the main page of Tesla. And one of the YouTube channels I follow, shout out to the Gorilla Gang, the YouTube content creator is going to buy himself a Tesla, and he's going to buy one of his viewers a Tesla if AMC goes over, I believe, $600 a share. And I think we all believe that the possibilities are there. But we're here to talk about GME. And I was on the main page of Tesla, and I'm looking through the models here. I'm like a Model S, a Model 3. I'm like, Model 3, that's nice, but I just went through all these models, and I'm like, and I'm like, wow, I really like the Model S. So I click on this Model S, and I'm like, okay, 390, 2 seconds, 0 to 60, that's sweet. 200 mile an hour and 1,000 horsepower. I'm thinking, okay, I'm in. So as I go down, and I see this photo right here, and this photo just stuns me because I see two things right out of the bat that just throw my mind into overdrive, and one was The Witcher. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, The Witcher? I'm like, I know Quadruple Witching Day is the third Friday of the last quarter of every year. And the reason it's on the third Friday, that gives all these brokerages and hedgies T+2 to close before the end of the month to close the quarter for the clearinghouses. So I already know about Quadruple Witching Day. And, a lot of people talk and have their opinions, and that's what makes, YouTube great. There's a lot of facts, there's a lot of opinions, and there's a lot of, people that take advantage of people. So, I'm here to bring what I believe is my opinion. You take this as how you feel, but like I explained earlier, Tesla has done 19 Easter eggs. Easter eggs are a part of major companies everywhere. You can read about them in video games. You can read about them in movies. You can read about them in sitcoms. You can read about them in books, and you can just go on. It is just a part of sales and marketing. And, then I saw another title. Without a doubt, when I saw this, I knew to start reading into every one of these titles. And when I saw The Witcher in Cat Quest, I said, okay, something is different. Scroll down, you'll be able to catch the slide window with a front view of this display in a Tesla Model 8. And as you can see, they show 7 titles: The Witcher, Polytopia, Cat Quest, Fallout Shelter, Beach Buggy Racing 2, Stardew Valley, and Cuphead don't deal with the devil. And so, if you look at this, you probably think, there's nothing to it. Well, I disagree 112%. Because I go back to my original statement that sales and marketing, this is so put together so precisely that you can't, someone in the art department just don't put this together, put it on the website, and it goes out. Every website, every content, even the YouTube content creators will tell you that everything they put out on their channel, they approve and they allow, and they're not going to let certain things. They're building a brand. So let's not think anything other is when you watch a YouTube channel and you're following one of your favorites, they're there for business. Yes, they might enjoy it and they might be excited and they might do everything they can to help the community, and that's what I'm all for. I'll tell you right now, 100%, I would rather have the people that are the average Joes and Does. Those are the people I want on my side. The government, forget it. I don't trust any of it. Never have, never will. And definitely don't trust any of the news that you read or see. It's all controlled. We all know that. So let's not even discuss it, because this channel will never talk about politics. I'm not going to divide that way. That's not fair to anybody. And I think we're all to the point where we're all done with politics. So why don't we just stick with that? So one of the things that I do want to discuss. So part of the discussion is when you put an Easter egg together, and what I believe Tesla was trying to do, they were trying to use symbolism in titles and descriptions of certain titles. So there's 7 titles here, and out of those 7 titles, I believe 5 of them are title related, and 2 of them are description related. And we're going to start with the first one, The Witcher. This Friday, March 19th, is Quadruple Witching Day. It's right up on top. I don't know if that's the date, but obviously they're saying pay attention. The next one was Polytopia. And one of the things that I noticed on Polytopia was on the front of the cover, you have a tower, and does that look anything different? I don't know. But then I went and I looked at the description and I said, okay, what is this? And it's simple fact that it says the Battle of Polytopia is an award-winning turn-based strategy game about building a civilization and going into battle. Well, I believe the online retail community is the civilization, and we're getting ready to go into battle that we're all aware of. And it says, with millions of players, it has quickly become one of the most popular mobile strategy games. Well, the last 2 months has been very, very popular. And you play as one of many tribes, explore the world, build cities, develop technologies, and wage a war against other tribes in order to take control over the mythical land of Polytopia. We all know Wall Street is mythical. You can pretty much trade on the floor. You can trade on your phone. You can trade on your computer. Again, symbolism. Look into it. It's very understandable what they're trying to do, because the next title is Cat Quest. There's nothing in the gameplay that tells you anything other than Cat Quest. We all know who started GME, who all did DFV. The guy's a genius, and I believe Tesla gave him a shout out with the title Cat Quest. The next one, Fallout Shelter. Again, I believe it's a title-based symbolism where they're just saying the hedge funds are definitely falling out and running for shelter. And even if you read the description, after a nuclear explosion at the end, we all know if this squeeze happens, it's going to be the MOAS of all of other squeezes. So again, I think they're just looking for symbolism in the title, and that leads me into the next one with Beach Buggy Racing 2. Again, I think it's title related. Visually, you have a little red Tesla with an explosion behind it, like a blast. I believe the next is the 2. The 2, in my mind, represents the second gamma squeeze that would hopefully lead into the short squeeze. I believe that's all they're trying to say is the second squeeze or gamma is on its way and the rocket ship's ready to go. I love the little T in front of the red car there. I don't know if that's on the actual cover. I've looked and I haven't found much that red car in this game is a Tesla. So that's something I can dig a little deeper into. Again, the sixth title, Stardew Valley. This one here is a little bit hard to. This is my toughest one. I'm trying to see if what they're trying to do there. I believe that the description talks about the game is open-ended, allowing players to take on activities such as growing crops, raising livestock, crafting goods, mining ores, selling produce, socializing with the townspeople, including marriage, having children, and it also allows other players to play online. So I believe this is referencing all you YouTube content creators that have covered AMC and GME. I believe that's the shout out to you guys. I also believe the word star in that title is that we're going to shoot past the moon because the stars are much further away. And I believe from the numbers and the AI and the DD, and the longer we hold, the higher that number is going to go. So it's all up to us. But I believe, again, it's just spot on of what they're trying to show. And then the last one is when I saw this, I was convinced that this is the final nail in the coffin. That says we've been paying attention, along with, if you've watched AMC's Twitter page, there's some symbolism in there that people were speculating, along with Ryan Cohn's Twitter page with symbolism. So, I mean, a lot of people were in on this, more than what people want to admit. And like I said, this final one is it for me. And when I pulled this up and I read pretty much Don't Deal with the Devil is the first song on the soundtrack of a 2017 video game Cuphead. A love letter to the 1930 cartoons and music. This particular song tells the basic premise of Cuphead, which is that Cuphead and Mugman stumble into the devil's casino to gamble everything only to lose. So you're telling me Tesla put this final title up on their page out of 7 that talks about 2 people, Cuphead and Mugman, and we all know 2 hedge funds that start with a C and an M, that stumbled into the casino, which is options. I don't know if most people know, but options is like the casino, but it's not like the casino. Most people don't know that when you pull an option, that delta number is what they have to buy from the clearinghouse. So if the delta is 0.145, they got to buy 14 and a half shares out of 100. So for every open interest, That delta is what tells you what they have to buy from the clearinghouse. So, when they put these options together, they buy a percentage or whatever from the clearinghouse, or they owe that to the clearinghouse. So, and then the money they collect from us, they get to keep, and then they got to buy shares more expensive, or that's a whole different animal. But again, you just go to the title, you go to the meaning of the song, and it just pretty much says only to lose everything. So people can argue with me. I'm sure this is going to create a stir, but that's what I do. I'm not afraid to throw my opinion out there. And I think that once this gets rolling, it can cause some very good momentum heading into Friday, guys. So with that, I do appreciate anyone that's listening on the video. I believe I am going to release a second one on my first stock pick here that I've been invested in for a while. I will put a video together for that. I do believe there's huge potential. I will tell you, they've been working on this product for 8 years. They have patents, and I believe the technology that they have been working on is a game changer. And with that, I'd like to thank you. Have a good evening and have a good night.